This ain't what you want. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 16 the block.
All right, we just want to rock.
You know this, man.
I just wanna rock.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
We've been going for a minute, but we back. Rocking out.
We got something very interesting we must discuss. It's a funny topic, though. It's a funny topic. It's funny to us. You know, our humor is our humor. But anyway, what's the topic, son? We're talking about...
You know us. I'm saying.
What you saying?
We on episode, I think, 7 of Ghost Power Book 2, 3. I think it's Power Book 2. And it's either 2 or 3. Kanan is either 2 or 3 also. And then Tommy is 4. But
oh, that's horrible. That's another horrible.
Ghost is just the most, unrealistic. Between Ghost and Tommy, Tariq and Tommy, I ain't never seen something so unrealistic. It's like, it's modern day New York City. And yet no cameras ever find nothing these niggas do. Nothing. Ever. They be shooting, killing, making exchanges, dealing with warehouses full of cocaine. And they ain't never got no money. And it's like the cops are like, better than Sylvia Brown's psychic. They just figure out everything in 3 seconds. Everything. No investigation. They just be like, it must be this. Yeah, that's it. We're doing a RICO case. It's on. Huh?
Yeah, this show is so unrealistic. It's just it's annoying. And you watch it just to see how stupid it's going to be week to week. You'll have Tariq will beat a murder rap. What was this, about 2-3 weeks ago? He beat a murder rap and some other stuff and comes right out and kills somebody. And then they go then you got all these these kids in the school. Then they go into school.
Because they're in the equivalent of Columbia University in New York City. That's the equivalent. That's the fake Columbia, whatever it's called, Stansfield or whatever.
Because after the 4 bodies every week they catch, they go in class and be they want to be intellectuals and talk about...
in a high intensity, brainiac college course, yet these fools are selling keys on campus and killing everybody left and right. You got Mary, who is always hostile. God. Like, she be hostile. It could be the greatest thing ever, and she's hostile. She be talking to the kids.
Has she ever smiled on that show?
Huh?
Has she ever smiled on that show?
Yes, shockingly.
I
noticed it this last episode. You saw when they were having dinner.
She did?
She smiled at dinner.
I don't know.
She's always hostile 98.2% of the time. Like, she's just angry. She be cursing them kids out like they are the worst, yet y'all made them that way. Y'all made them kids what they are.
Then the whole Tejada thing, first of all, with Poppy, Tejada. First of all, only one could actually be his kid is Drew, because everybody else is got a dark skin. That's what I'm saying. Drew, the only one could actually be a Tejada, because everybody else is dark as hell. And they're not, I could see if they'd have made him like a dark-skinned Dominican, but
they don't got no New Yorker mannerisms, nothing. They just, I don't know. It's all ridiculous. Hell, the stupid son that got killed didn't look like Dante neither.
I know, right? Dante was like the international snitch. Mary done killed both of her baby fathers.
And yet her daughter's going to jail.
Yo.
And then they got Diana messing with that raggedy ass. You see who Diana's brothers are, her fathers are, and she messing with this raggedy, this nigga about 2 pounds soaking wet, box head fool who I mean, I don't even understand the
Diana
attraction.
ain't that hot anyway, but not to be. But anyway, still, she's not all that.
So
she's not
corny.
She's a little. Out of all of the females on the show, they had to compare her to Shirley Caesar one week, but like she looked like Shirley Caesar. But anyway, I'm just like, this show. No, seriously though, this show be annoying because then, like, say you have a heterosexual sex scene, it's like a glimpse, boom, in and out. When Drew is the gay Drew scenes, it's like lasting like way too long. He's laying on a nigga. Laying on dudes' chests and stuff like that.
And Drew is Mr. Married with children in real life. He's not even remotely gay in real life.
I don't know how you playing that part so well. That's a little crazy. But, yeah, man, this show. So, one of the things, like, what was it, this week? What was this week? Like, nobody know that, what's the lawyer name?
Sax.
It's like Sax is doing grimy stuff and trying to. Who is he actually trying to pin? I don't understand. He's like Sax guy. He's not a cop no more, but he's got like 5 cases going on. Like he's trying to get Method Man. He's underhanding him.
Because Sax really just wants to get back into the government agency, but yet he's a private attorney right now.
Yeah.
Yet he's still doing all government agency work.
He's in on the girl Lauren. He's in on, oh, y'all held this from me. Like, who are you? You're not even down no more. Like, they don't gotta tell you anything.
And you work for a private law firm, yet you ain't never in court. You ain't never in court. Cal is supposed to be the biggest lawyer. He's supposed to be like the Black William Kunstler of New York City, and yet them niggas ain't never in court. You know how busy these two would be if he was actually who he's supposed to be. And Sax is a former government prosecutor. I'm like, they would be in court every day, and yet they got time to be over here. Sax got time to be following the chick that ain't messing with him like that. And I really wish them gunshots was for Sax for real, because I'm tired of that nigga. I've been tired of him since Hour.
Sax be sneaking around.
Sneaking around.
Though. He's always in somebody else's case.
Business.
No, he's always in all these other people's case.
And what's the obsession with the St. Patrick's? Like, okay, Tariq was found innocent. Ghost is dead. Tasha and everybody's in Witsec. And yet everybody is obsessed with Tariq St. Patrick. Y'all ain't got no other cases in all of New York City? Nothing?
Tariq got massive power. Tariq just be talking to gubernatorial candidates. He's in with he's in with the billionaire. He's in with the billionaire. He's
for being an intern.
Yeah,
an intern.
They's taking him he's traveling across the country with the billionaire. They doing espionage, spies, stealing stuff out of these other foreigners' office.
Can we just ask Curtis Jackson, why did you introduce these Africans into this?
Oh my God, I forgot about those.
Like, why? What was the point? Okay, Dante was the international snitch. Y'all could have stopped right there with all this extra shit. Where did these African hitmen,
They come in scared.
regulating, everybody's scared of these niggas, and these niggas went into the middle of Central Park, killed a millionaire's wife, chopped off her arm, killed them, and left them there in Central Park, but there was no cameras. None. No cameras, no nothing. Noma's out here running the international drug trade. Don't nobody know who she is, though. Everybody knew Dante, but don't nobody know who Noma is. She's not on nobody's radar. The whole thing is just stupid. It's just stupid. They be having warehouses full of work, and these Negroes don't never have no money. They always...
Oh, this week, Effie...
don't got no tuition money.
She was in there begging to try to get.
But it was just a week ago that you was hustling at Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Columbia, here, there, and everywhere, but you don't have tuition money.
Like Tariq just bought a Porsche, and he got a Porsche. You doing all the work, you making all the moves, and you don't have money to pay. How much is tuition? Like honestly, for a semester.
$50,000 a year, probably.
Exactly.
And y'all Negroes did not have $50,000 after all that.
She gave them like 100 bricks.
She gave them more than that. And was like, y'all gotta move it in less than 2 weeks or 10 days or whatever, and y'all still didn't have no money.
And Monet, they always tight for cash too, and they always need to connect.
Oh my
Like,
God,
they
they always need to connect. Always. Don't nobody ever
Yo.
put 2 and 2 together, but let these lawyers and the cops, they put everything together in 3 seconds. Y'all got a RICO case going on from guesswork, no evidence, just guesswork. This week, well, all the cocaine was the same in all 3 locations, so automatically it's that. Don't most cocaine that comes in some big ass overseas container, ain't it going to be distributed in more than one location? Yet everything always goes back to Tariq St. Patrick.
Tariq
no
does
matter what.
And he's like this extra smart guy. He's always figuring out how to get out of everything. Like, I'm just like, come on. Like,
and y'all
he's
gonna
just
call the Tikal, y'all call it Method Man, the consigliere. The nigga's the hottest attorney in all of, like, the everything, and yet now he's on the radar for being, you know, the hottest consigliere, and it's like, where did y'all figure all of this out from? And yet he can't see nothing. He don't know nothing. All he's focused on is his brother, and he can't tell Sachs is a piece of shit. Shit is nuts.
It's crazy.
It's
but
crazy,
anyway,
unrealistic.
that's enough on that topic of how whack Ghost Book 2 is. It's nothing like Snowfall. At least, and I think that's because Snowfall took place in a different time, in a time of
the ending of
back in the day.
Snowfall was witted ack.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
wiggity whack.
Another time.
It was wiggity whack. Franklin's
get on.
man Lee should have did more to help his boy, and just was like, Saint, and that was it. Ugh. All of y'all. I need for 50 Cent
So
and
we gonna
everybody
go
to get it together.
For what's some wacky news? I tell you who's the international snitch is. Prize from the Fugees. Prize from the Fugees is the real international snitch. And Prize was getting one thing about him, he was getting paid.
In 20 years.
He was getting paid. Prize had like $100 million. He met this Chinese dude or Oriental. I don't know if he was Chinese. I think it was Chinese dude.
Is it Chinese?
He met him over there in China.
Is an insult.
He met him in China. They forged some friendship, and this dude told Prize he could get him money like he be getting, and Prize was all in. Then he was like using the money for influence. He sprinkled a little of it in the Obama campaign. They was unknowingly, he was using his star status to do things, So I don't know, man. I think didn't he get found guilty of all charges? He's facing 22 years.
I know he was facing time, but I was like, he was also snitching for the CIA, and they like, we don't know him.
He said he was an FBI informant. That's what I don't understand. Like, was he a spy or FBI informant? Because it's like, what is he playing? Both sides, just was taking money? I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, it's a little
Ain't
crazy.
nobody claiming that fool, so hey.
Yeah, so if you're waiting for the Fuji reunion tour, it's not happening. It's on hold for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
And all right, we're gonna go a little political right now. Like, seriously, like, who would you vote for if it was Trump and Biden right now?
I wouldn't vote.
If it was Trump and Biden right now,
then we also have RFK thrown into the mix, who's
what?
half a Nazi.
RFK.
Yeah.
What?
RFK Jr. is running against Trump along with DeSantis. No, he's going. RFK is the Democrat, and DeSantis is the other one.
I have not heard from him.
A half a Nazi, a dude who's
a half a Nazi.
Well, he's got Nazi ties. He's a half-ass Nazi, even though he's a Kennedy.
All right, y'all.
And then you have DeSantis, who's all about book banning and all
some
kinds of
stuff
madness.
he be banning is good. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the stuff, he's a jerk, but some of the stuff he be banning, I ain't gonna lie, we need to be banned. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If they was going on right now, I would definitely vote for Trump, because the Biden cabinet is nothing but clowns. You got the silly vice president. Everything, when she get a question, she's always giggling and laughing. Then you got the girl, the secretary, the press secretary. All she ever talk about how openly gay she is, and and she's the only one that of that status to hold that position. Then you have Biden, who is senile. He can't remember. He have to take seconds, and then he's talking about, he's like gathering this chain of thoughts, like, oh, then he's falling. They grabbing his arm. Like this is a joke. And I'm definitely not feeling. Now you're going to be punished, America, for having good credit. You're going to be punished. You will pay higher mortgage for having good credit. And if you have bad credit, you will pay lower mortgage. So everything that once was here is about to change for the worse until we get another president who will probably come in there and be like, what was these guys doing? And like just change everything around, because Biden is not going to be a 2-term president. That's
Definitely
not happening.
not.
And when you're a 1-term
Everyone
president,
hates him.
you can't really get nothing done in 1 term.
And everybody hates him. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, a lot of black people turning Republican. I'm hearing it in the streets. I'm hearing it everywhere. I'm telling y'all now. All these Democrats, they might think they got it in the bag. They probably pull some little stunt and try to, pass out some money. Like, oh, give people money. Nah, man. Nah. So.
Yeah, the shit with the mortgage is definitely, you're going to pay $40 more towards your mortgage if, new homeowners will have like an extra $40 tacked onto their mortgage
crazy.
For like houses that are something like $350,000. It's just insane. It's like,
It's like socialism.
It's just, participation trophies for the world.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then we got more wacky news. We have some more wacky news, which is, I feel, is very wacky with the transgenders in the school reading books to kids. Like,
that's been going on for a minute.
Like, people are saying, like, if you choose to mess with another man and not be able to procreate, and why are you able to come and talk to other people's kids? You shouldn't be allowed near kids. Like, you don't want them. You made that choice. And why are we giving like people kids that can't have kids because they choose to mess with the same sex? That's one of the downfalls of living your lifestyle. Don't try to make that like this is, I'll be a good parent. No, you should be. If you chose that lifestyle, you should not be talking to other people's kids about reading books in drag and telling boys that it's okay. It's okay for you. But why is it in the school, though? I don't know. I don't get the
like
whole
school
stuff, man.
You know what it is, to normalize it.
Yo, it is crazy.
It is not to be thought of as anything but normal. And that's all well and good, but why do my kids have to be subjected to your normal?
Do your thing. Why you gotta keep pushing it in the people that don't care for its face like, you're going to accept it. You're going to accept it. You have no choice but to accept it. We are here. And we're not going nowhere. So accept it and shut up. Like, no, people are not going to shut up. People are going to get fed up. And then it's going to go back to the old days when they used to be like people was gay bashing and all that stuff. Because that's what they're going to push people to that point. And then it's going to be like, oh, no, this is what we was talking about. It's a phobia. It's not a phobia. People just don't care for it to be in their face like that.
Yeah, it's unreasonable to accuse people of having an unreasonable fear of someone because they disagree with
like
something.
Stupid.
It's just stupid. But again, that's,
Gunshots.
That's the pattern that we're in right now. Stupidity is on the rise, and it's encouraged, and it's glamorized. And it's just freaking stupid because I don't care. I don't want men biologically born as a male to participate in sports with my daughters, my nieces. It's insanity. It's ridiculous.
But what you did notice, though, right? Why it's not women? It's always the perverted males doing it. You don't be seeing the women in the schools like the gay women, like, doing reading in drag or whatever. It's the men. Why is it the male, the perverted male that want to be a drag queen or a gay man or he's transitioning, whatever you want to call it. It's always that. It's never like the woman. Like, what's with that? Like, it's some perverts with very deep pockets, very, very deep pockets pushing this thing. They really pushing it, and it's people gonna fall. If you fall back, you're gonna fall off, and it's gonna be a thing. You will be seeing more and more of it. I'm telling you. So
we are seeing more and more of it. That's how it's in elementary school. But the pushback is growing. It is. The pushback is definitely growing. And rightfully so. I definitely disagree with biological males in women's sports. I don't think that's right.
crazy.
It's not fair. It's insanity. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's just common sense that you're biologically and naturally stronger. I could say, hey, I identify as white. That doesn't make it so. I just, but a man can say, I identify as a woman, and now it just makes it so. It's unfair. It's ridiculous. It is, it's just an attack on everything that's sensible.
They're trying to change the way, I know everything ain't supposed to stay the way it was, and we need some changes, but these are not the changes of life that we need. We need other changes. We need more changes in more effective ways that's going to include everybody. It's going to include everybody, because right now with inflation and everything, we need changes in taxes. We need less taxes. How about that? How about everybody make an agenda? That should be the agenda, not all of this. Oh, this and all that other stuff is to take you off the trail.
That to your man's Trump, who said he was going to abolish the IRS.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
To doing it.
That's what
now
I'm
the
talking
IRS
about.
is getting ready to hire armed guards to serve people who they think will, react with violence when they get served for shit for the IRS.
God.
They're literally getting, the IRS is going to, this is like the Kung Fu movies of yesteryear, when they used to send the armed people to go collect the taxes.
That ain't just Kung Fu, it's everywhere.
I'm just saying, that's just the old thing. Now the IRS is going back to all of these warped ways, like, I don't know.
Because in the future, they're going to stop paying you. And if the way things going now, you ain't going to be able to have nothing. It's going to be like you're going to make enough money to buy food that they control. Because your boy, Bill Gates, is the biggest farmer right now. He's buying up all the farmland. He got his company called Good Meat. People don't know that's going to be furnishing the meat for the
they're
world.
Growing meat.
Exactly.
From cells
it's
and
been
stem
approved.
Cells.
The Good Meat Company has been approved, and that's his company.
Of course it is.
These people, people looking at the money and they say, no, the things people need, they're going to really take away from you, which is water, food. Once they take the water and the food and control that, they control the people. And it's going to be like Hunger Games.
That's what Henry Kissinger said back in the 70s. Henry Kissinger said it. Those who you control the food, you control the world. And that's where we're headed.
So I don't want to keep hopping on that and be like some crazy conspiracy theorist and be like, oh, this and that. But this is stuff that we're seeing in our time happening in real time. And, they use entertainment to keep you occupied and your eyes off of them. Like, these politicians, they come in there, they don't hardly have no money, and they leave out of there with tens of millions of dollars. Some of them have hundreds of millions of dollars by the time they get out of office, and that's crazy. So basically, they're using politics for monetary gain. So, I don't know, but that's me and Sone's rant for today. That's what we is feeling. And what we wasn't feeling was ghosts.
And its phoniness.
So we're going to wrap this joint up. And we're going to get up out of here.